So I've been following a lot of artists on Instagram who are making these really painterly art pieces, and I wanted to emulate how they do their coloring, how to copy their style so that my work can look much better. And in this video I wanted to show you the brush that I came up with after observing these artists. So this is actually the first video that I'm going to be making here on the channel. My name is Tio Mac, by the way. Okay, I'm an uncle and my name is Mac. And yes, and I'm a beginner artist. I used to draw a lot when I was younger using pencil and paper, and now that I've got an iPad, okay, I actually had this iPad for a while now. I wanted to go back into drawing and getting to learn more about painting as well. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna be talking about the brush that I came up with that I think would work really well to emulate the style of the artist that I've been following. I'm gonna teach you how to make this brush, and later on in this video we're gonna be painting with this brush. Okay, so this is a very simple brush to make. There's not a lot of complexity in it, but I just wanted to show you the features of this brush. Okay, so if you like press really hard, even if the opacity is lower, it will give out these opaque colors. Okay, but if you press very lightly, okay, if you press very lightly, you will get more transparency out of it. And if you're really controlled with your hands, with the pressure that you're putting on the screen, you can get some really nice blending. Okay, you can see here, and we can go ahead and erase some of that as well. Okay, so that the blending is smoother. Okay, so this is what I really like about this brush. You can really gauge how much color you're putting in. Okay, yeah, and I think that will be really nice when we go to our blending, when we go to our coloring, because we can make like really light colors and then make it darker, and then really light and then make it darker again. Okay, and I really like the texture of this. It's not a very plain brush, it has some texture. Okay, so now we're gonna go and create this brush. So now we're gonna start and we're gonna create this brush from scratch. Everything that you will need to make this brush is already in Procreate. So we're gonna click add here. Okay, and this is the basic brush that we're starting with. So we're gonna adjust the settings here in the studio. First, on the stroke properties, we want to drop the spacing to 0. I actually recorded this video earlier and the spacing really ruined the brush, so yeah, don't put any spacing. Stabilization, we're gonna add a little bit of streamline and stabilization. Taper, a little bit of taper. Okay, I hope you're following. Okay, we're gonna max out that, and we're gonna lower this pressure. Okay, for the shape, we're gonna change this shape. We're gonna import from our source library. Okay, you can probably see it. Okay, I hope the camera is getting it. From our source library, we're gonna be using the oval brush. Okay, it's right here, right here, the oval brush. Yep, and we're gonna rotate this. Done. Okay, yeah, we get that brush shape already has some texture on it. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna adjust the angle a little bit. Okay, and yeah, we're not gonna mess around with the others. Okay, you can change the angle if you want to have it like a flat brush like it, or a narrow one like this. Okay, so I usually go with a slanted one. Okay, with the grain, we're gonna select grain from our source library, and what I like to use is the gouache wash 2. Okay, there we go, done. And we're gonna pick that, we're gonna lower the scale to really low. Yep, and then we're not gonna change any of this. Okay, probably a little bit of depth, a little less depth. Okay, with the rendering, we're gonna use intense blending. Okay, so we've got solid colors. With the wet mix, we're gonna decrease the charge, and we're gonna lower the pool as well. probably like that. Okay, now we're gonna go with the pencil. We're gonna bring up the pressure, the size pressure. We're gonna add a little bit of flow, and oh no, we're gonna add a lot of flow and just a little bit of bleed. Okay, so now you can see here we get some variation. Okay, we're gonna adjust the grain lower down the scale further. Okay, I don't want to see a lot of grain. Okay, now we're gonna go, we came from above pencil, we're gonna lower the size a little bit so we don't have much size variation. You can adjust this if you want your strokes to go from thin to thick. Okay, you can adjust the size of the pressure here. So here in the properties we get the minimum size and the maximum size. Okay, so yeah, if you want to adjust the size, we can increase the pressure, the size pressure here, so you will get like really thin lines if you press lightly and really thick ones if you press down hard. But for our painting uses, we're not gonna do much of that, like weight variation. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. So let's see how the brush is doing. Okay, you can see it has the same effect. Okay, probably it's still a bit, oh yes, we should lower the opacity when we are using this brush. Okay, so there you go, there. Okay. So now we got that brush, we're gonna start some painting. Okay, so I've already used this brush. You can see here, this is the dry flat brush that I made earlier. It is basically the same, it just looks different because of the angle, but they are the same brushes. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up a drawing of mine. Okay, and you can see here I already made coloring of the drawing using the same brush. Okay, so now we're gonna bring up this drawing, and I wanted to make this drawing similar to like Rinotuna's style. If you've been following him on Instagram, probably why you're seeing this video, because you saw the title of the video with Rinotuna in it. Okay, the brightness is a little bit too high on my phone. Okay, so it can capture. Okay, maybe a little bit, so it can capture the drawing. Okay, there. So I'm gonna pull up the reference. Yeah, pardon the noise outside. We're gonna clear this. Let's import our reference. Okay, there. So we're gonna put the reference right here, side by side. Okay, I changed the expression, if you notice. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the colors of the shirt. Let's just first make another layer. And in case you're wondering, yes, I used the same brush on the hair and on the face. Okay, probably I will make a tutorial on that later once I refined my painting a little more. In this new layer, we're gonna select the color of the jacket, of the sweater that we're gonna be drawing. I think it's a little bit of blue, green, teal color. Okay, so we're just gonna pick, I want to pick a little bit medium saturation. Okay, there we go. So this will be our base color. Okay, and then we're gonna select a mid-tone. We're gonna adjust the saturation a little bit to the right, closer to the red. We're gonna move a little bit more saturation. Okay, we don't add value by dropping straight to black or to gray. Okay, we're moving to the left, so you can see here. There. So that is our mid-tone, and then we're gonna select the main color again, and we're gonna go down again. This time we're gonna go lower. Okay, these are very slight color changes. Yep, but I think, yeah, they have contrast. If you look at them from afar, you can identify the difference of each. Okay, probably will lower this. Oh no, lower this a little bit. Give it. So there is our three colors, and probably will add the highlights as well. Okay, so yeah, there's some great contrast there. So now we're just gonna use our main color here, and we're gonna block in the entire sweater. Now that we've already filled our base color for the sweater, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this to alpha lock so that we only stay coloring at the color that we've already put in, so we're not getting colors everywhere. So now I'm gonna take the mid-tone, this one, and then we're gonna draw all the shadows. This is the method that I think works for me. I'm gonna trace all the shadows on our reference, okay, and then later on we're gonna add the darkest parts. Okay, so we don't go from light to dark directly, because in real life colors don't when we observe colors don't go straight to dark. Okay, they have a transition in between them. So yeah, we're gonna do the transitions first and then the darks later. So we're using the mid-tone, and then I'm just gonna trace out all the parts that I think are in shadow. So you can also see here that I'm adding and subtracting colors. Okay, so what I do, I don't blend it. I select the other color and then I brush in lightly so that it will blend in, and then I use the other color and then I brush in lightly again. So that is how I mix them. I don't like straight up use the smudge tool, and this is really good if you have the brush that we're using. You can really blend. Oh no, I don't mean blend, I mean you can make your transitions. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is me like adding more mid-tones, because we will be adding like darker colors later. So yeah, I'm just filling out more so we can get more depth. Okay, and I can see that the picture here is much more darker on this side than on this side, because this is the part that catches the light. So yeah, we will be adding more darker colors on this left side. Okay, so you can see how much depth that already added to our base color with just the half tones. Now we're gonna add darker colors, the shadows, and we're gonna just add this like in tiny places where there is like really no light coming through, so the darkest part of the sweater. So it's already the next day and I finished rendering the entire drawing. Okay, you can see here the okay, probably will show it. Yes, so you can see here all of the parts have already been colored. I didn't want to render the socks according to the reference because I think it would detract from the sweater at the place that the viewer should focus on. So I think that the sweater is more important. Okay, but I've also rendered the legs, okay, and the sneakers, and I think this is the best looking shoes that I've drawn. Okay, but I'm really proud of how it turned out, and you can see that with the brush that we made, we can make a really good, like, believable art piece out of it. Okay, so yeah, I hope that you like this tutorial, and if you want to see any other tutorials in the future, if you want my process on how I draw the skin and the hair, you can comment it down the comment section below. I hope that this video have been bearable to watch. Okay, I hope that I'm not awkward. This is the first video that I made. So yeah, I think that's about it. I will see you on the next one.